And an ace serve by Quiroga as he just caught Hawaii a little bit back on their heels, perhaps.
You know, when I was coaching the MPSF for a couple of years ago, Quiroga may have been the hardest guy to pass of everybody in the league because he had so many types of serves. That was a great example. He'll serve the major heater and drive you back on your heels on the back line. And then he has that little roll shot that comes out of nowhere and drop in front of Cheap. There's the heater right there. It hits Cheap in the chest. So Quiroga, really good server.
Sarkovic off the chest of Page. Could have been a double contact there. Cheap with another good dig. Sarkovic with the little roll shot, creating some problems, and gets the kill.
And Zarkovic, another player with a lot of international experience, maybe more international experience than any player who's ever entered the University of Hawaii program. He's had 84 international contests. Mottram cannot handle the off-speed shot by Zarkovic. Zarkovic with 4 kills now to go along with 4 errors.
Bruins hitting 318 to Hawaii's 300 to Hawaii's 218. And Bruins maintain a 2-point advantage. And Brooks Sador back in for Hawaii to serve it up. Quiroga with the pass and the lefty, this time blocked. And Hawaii gets the big roof. And that's one of the few times tonight that the Warrior front has been able to stop Dane Worley.
And Worley's been stopped twice before, but not by a block like that.
Hawaii back within 1. Sador, who we talked about earlier, one of the better servers coming off the bench for Hawaii. Page goes cross court right at Joby Ramos and off of his wrist and into the 3rd row. Point Bruins, they go back up by 2. (25-20). Bruins took that first set. And what do you think about that? A 7-footer with 8 digs.
He plays that back right position where a lot of those swings by JP Marks, or his attacks go right in that area, and JP gets more swings than anybody on the team. So that back right position is going to get a lot of digs.
Makes sense. Davis Holt finds that Puka on the floor, pulls Hawaii within 1, and JP to serve it. And the service error puts the Bruins back up by 2. Sarkovic off the hands. Point Hawaii, it'll be 18 serving 19. Hawaii needs to get a couple of natural points. They reeled off 6 in a row earlier in the set. And they can't continue to trade side outs. They need to get a couple.
These two teams will meet exactly a month from now at Pauley Pavilion. So again, as you said earlier, how much is each coach going to show as far as the chess match is concerned? I think this is the Bruins' best lineup, though, to be honest with you, right here.
Setting it up out of the back row, and once again, Gonzalo Quiroga. I tell you what, when he gets a set right there where he wants it, he's tough to stop.
Notice how smooth he is, so very effortless in his approach, very dynamic in his last 2 steps, and he's got that whip of an arm.
So UCLA, the Bruins first to 20. Here's Worley with the left hand serve. And Marks off the arms of the defender and out.
So one thing JP Marks has is a lot of heat. And even with a 3-man block and 6 hands across, it's not going to be perfectly formed to send the ball back down into the court. Sometimes all it takes is one hand heading in the wrong direction. JP will hit that hand, it'll go flying out of bounds as that did just then.
And now into serve for Hawaii, the sophomore out of Auckland, New Zealand, Johan Timmer. And Timmer has been used sparingly, and I'm sure he's chomping at the bit, looking to get some more action. And again, Gonzalo going right at the head of J.P. Marks. Marks kind of backing away out of it.
You get the feeling that the 2 nights off have given Gonzalo a little bit of extra energy, a little bit extra jump. His arm probably feels better.
Hey, gets to come to Hawaii and gets a vacation.
Chilling in Waikiki for a couple nights, then lighting it up on Saturday night.
Spencer Rowe now to serve it. Rowe, another big guy at 6'6", and there's a good swing that time, and trying to chase it down into the corner. Great effort by the Bruins' Steve O'Dell.
Again, that new little wrinkle on Hawaii's offense, that set off the setter's left arm.
Yeah, look at O'Dell. I mean, good willing hustle. To risk life and limb over there.
I think he wants to keep that starting setting job. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, he's working it hard. With all the changes, we talked about a couple of coaches tinkering with their lineups. As Page, you get another good set. Well, you set this guy, you're setting it about 10, 11 feet up in the air.
I like more like 11 to 12.
Yeah, I think in some cases, no doubt about it.
And the guys he's going up against that are blocking, they aren't getting a good run-up. Robert's getting a run-up in addition to being 7 feet.
Marks stops it through the block.
J.P. Marks having another steady night, 11 kills to lead all players on the floor, hitting 64. Seems like he's seen the block better. He sees the seam right there, the hole in the block better.
Well, Olsen was serving when Hawaii reeled off 6 in a row. They need a little bit of a mini run right now. And not going to get it is Worley. Hammers it off the arms of Joby Ramos, and now the Bruins just 2 points away from taking a 2-0 advantage.
I don't think there's any team in the league that we will see this year that has a left-handed 6'2" attacker out of the back row. Nothing like Worley.
So as you look at Worley make his way to the bench, Charlie Wade calls the timeout for Hawaii. And you start to look at the way this set is developing, and should Hawaii go on to lose this match, you know, you look at just the line and you look at the record and you see 0-5, but that's not the story.
It doesn't tell the story. I totally agree with you, Howard. It does not tell the story about how really good this team is. They've played the number 2 team in the country, then the number 10 team, the 7 team, the 5 team, and none of them, only 2 of those matches have counted in league. So to play this outrigger tournament, get 3 matches to just get better against highly ranked teams, I think so, as long as the Warriors can keep their heads up, not be depressed by the 0-5 record, should it go to that, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, you know, that's where it comes down to leadership. That's where it comes down to coaching, to get these guys to continue to believe, continue to strive toward the set and established goals, and not to dwell on that 0-5 number.
You know, and this league may be tighter than everybody thinks. SC, I heard, would beat Irvine at Irvine the other night in a league match. And Irvine's picked to win the league.
Right.
They won the Santa Barbara tournament, so they're heavily favored to win that match. They ended up losing to the Trojans, who were picked for, I think, middle of the pack somewhere. You said hitting percentages, Bruins at 340, Hawaii getting better at 283. Offense getting better.
Hey, if you happen to be somebody that browses the computer and drops in on Facebook, you could like University of Hawaii Athletics by visiting facebook.com/Hawaii Athletics. Keep up with all the latest in University of Hawaii sports. Okay, question. Chris McLaughlin, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
That away.
Don't go to it much, but I'm there.
Nick West, gotta be there. Well, Hawaii within 1. Again, we said it about 5 points ago, they can't play a side-out game. They need to reel off a couple of natural points, and right now is the time to do it with UCLA stuck on 23. Nick West back to serve it up for Hawaii.
With the jump float, I'm surprised he didn't go in this jumper. He's got a great jump shot.
And a chance for the Warriors, and it's Davis Holt off of the set from Joby Ramos. Look at Ramos. Ramos coming all the way in, and the perfect quick set to the middle. Davis Holt evens this matchup at 23, and Tom Sprague calls timeout.
John Sprague.
For John Sprague, excuse me.
Great hustle by Joby Ramos. Well, he did come from a long way back in the back row, and you got to credit Davis Holt for getting up there and getting up early before the Bruin block got up there. Warriors hanging tough. They were down most of this set.
They're down by 6. And again, just as the 0-5 doesn't tell the story of this season, this match is a perfect little microcosm of this set. You know, should they end up not winning this set, it's so easy to just look at the line score and say, oh well, but no, playing great. They battled back. They've made up that gap, and let's hope that they can pull out the number 2.
And there's the coaching staff, Malia Labar, Jeff Hall, Sean Carney. They've done a terrific job in the gym to get these guys ready. Along with Anton Willard. He's the guy that does their scouting reports and does the data volley.
He's a genius.
So he really is a genius. And the coaching staff has worked very hard to develop every single player this fall. And so as has John Sprague, his first year at UCLA. It's been a bit of a surreal experience for Sprague to go back to UCLA, the place where he went to school, the place where he was an assistant. He's won 5 NC2A rings there as a player twice and 3 times as a coaching assistant to Al Skates. He's got 3 more rings. 8 altogether.
I know, it's amazing. I went up to him.
He said he doesn't know where they are, though. They're somewhere.
Really? I went up to him. I said, wow, you look pretty comfortable in that blue shirt. He goes, yeah, it kind of fits well, doesn't it? I'd say it does. West, and again, just kind of jump floats it over. Quiroga, nope, that's the lefty. That's Worley, and that is out. And Hawaii now on the verge of taking set number 2. And what a great comeback it would be. They got the natural point. They got a couple of them that they needed.
You know what I'd like to see is tradition start. I'd like to see Hawaii fans start standing up on set point. Not just wait till the very end, but put a little pressure on the other team by making a lot of noise for the set point.
Hey, Davis Holt at the block, and Hawaii down by 6, storms back to take the second set. And what a great effort by the University of Hawaii Warrior men's volleyball team. Stick around, everybody. It's intermission. We'll have some thoughts about this match when we come back. You're watching UH Men's Volleyball on OC Sports.
They're keeping that ratio fairly close, a differential. I agree with what you said there a few minutes ago with Vernon and Tony Ching. And that was if Hawaii's Joby Ramos is doing well setting the middles, doing well setting behind the JP Marks. If he can just start connecting with Siki on the outside, that'll make a huge difference as far as Hawaii's offense and success goes these next 3 sets or 2 sets maybe.
Well, clearly, Joby, a little bit probably jittery getting this opportunity.
He's gotten better all day long.
And that's all you could ask for. If you missed it earlier, Max Wexing, they've been sitting for Hawaii, got a sore shoulder, so he is out. Joby gets the start, the former Roosevelt All-Star, played 2 years in Stockton, California, the University
and only as a
Pacific.
serving specialist, didn't really set up there.
I was going to say, really didn't get a lot of game time action, and there's Gonzalo Quiroga, one of the better players in the nation, perhaps in the world. And there's Wexing, and a little wink and a nod, and probably a little showing of frustration, wishes perhaps he could play. And set to go in set 3, and set 3 starts the same way set 1 started. And that's with Joby Ramos serving it into the net.
First time Hawaii started with without JP Marks starting off serving. He will be, I think, the next server. Or the server after that.
Now Jace Olsen will go back to serve, and so a couple serves, a couple miscues, and we're even at 1-1. But a great effort by Hawaii, down by 6, and it's pretty difficult to make up a 6-point deficit in rally scoring. And